News from China, the 27th of June, 2023. Taiwanese netizens comment that BBC programs became low class. The U.S. media is speculating that U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is planning to visit Beijing in early July. A man stabbed someone to death because of jealousy. Fu and Allen Zhu debated fiercely over whether startups focused on ChatGPT have value. Taiwanese netizens comment that BBC programs became low class. According to Taiwan's central news agency, the BBC program, Panorama, has released new evidence of a supposed Chinese spy balloon that was said to have flown over Japan and Taiwan. However, the Taiwanese authorities have responded that it was just a weather balloon. Taiwanese netizens criticized the BBC for playing up the story, with one saying, "BBC is becoming increasingly low class, still playing the spy balloon joke?" The BBC worked with an AI company called Synthetic to screen satellite capture data, and the Panorama team claimed to have discovered multiple images of balloons flying over East Asia. The Taiwanese government told the Panorama team that they believed it was a weather balloon. In the past, U.S. politicians and the media have hyped up the so-called Chinese spy balloon entering U.S. airspace incident to smear China and stir up the China threat theory. The U.S. media is speculating that U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is planning to visit Beijing in early July. According to a Bloomberg report on June 27, multiple sources familiar with the matter revealed that U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen plans to visit Beijing in early July for high-level economic talks with China, making her the second senior Biden administration official to visit China this year after Antony Blinken. The trip has been long awaited by the outside world, and Yellen had previously said in April that the trip would take place at an appropriate time. As Yellen's visit to China has not been made public, the sources requested anonymity. In addition, the report also stated that the Biden administration plans to issue an executive order that could prevent U.S. companies from investing in certain areas of China, with the target date for the announcement being as early as the end of July. The areas affected by the investment ban could include AI, semiconductors, and quantum technology. If true, China will firmly oppose it. A man stabbed someone to death because of jealousy. An incident of hostage-taking and injury was reported at a beauty salon in Zhanjiang, Guangdong. A 48-year-old man went into the salon with a knife and stabbed another man, whom he thought was his girlfriend's lover. One man died, and the woman was unharmed. Videos of the scene showed at least 8 police officers on the scene, and a cordon was put up. The suspect was apprehended, and police confirmed that the man had died. The incident occurred on the evening of June 26, and further details are expected to be released. Fu and Allen Zhu debated fiercely over whether startups focused on ChatGPT have value. Fu and Allen Zhu are both famous Chinese entrepreneurs and investors. At the 2023 Black Horse Industry Conference, Allen Zhu reportedly said that ChatGPT is not friendly to startups and advised them to abandon funding fantasies for the next 2 to 3 years. Fu, however, disagreed with Zhu's remarks, stating that half of Silicon Valley's startups are centered around ChatGPT and that their investors cannot be so ignorant. Allen Zhu then replied, questioning the value of startups that rely 99% on GPT, to which Fu responded with 3 counter-questions. Fu later replied again, urging both parties to focus on the definition of value rather than just the underlying principles. Allen Zhu replied once more, suggesting that everyone knows whether or not they create value and that expectations should not be too high. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and follow the ELICN News channel.